Hey friends, back in the home studio doing a follow-up to Step Right Up. This is part 3. I'm just going to talk about the vamp that I do and also setting up the loop for the soloing. A vamp is basically, if you don't know, it's just a kind of repeated part of a song, and I utilize Step Right Up quite a bit to actually introduce myself. When maybe if I was starting the second set or first set or whatever at a show, it'd be like, hey, good evening folks, welcome to XYZ venue. My name is Dean Johannesson, performing till 10 o'clock this evening. Here's an original tune for you. This one's called Step Right Up. And then I'm into the song. Hurry, hurry, step right up. Okay, that's a vamp idea for live shows. And then the way that I set up the loop is I try to make sure that I'm actually singing the part and creating the loop at the same time, so that way when I break for the solo, I don't have to create the whole piece. So in that case, right when I start the song is when I'm going to hit the loop. Hurry, hurry, step out. The show's about to begin. Forget your troubles and raise your cups. Here's to this moment will never happen again. Worry, don't worry, just let it go. Hurry, get your tickets to the show. We know you want to go. Hurry, hurry, step out. The show's about to begin. Forget your troubles and raise your cups. Here's to this moment will never happen again. Now the loop is ready to go. Alright, so that's the way that I set up the loop while I'm singing, so it's kind of seamless in a way that you don't really realize it's happening, and then the live loop is set. I always kind of utilize the live looping thing because I feel like I like playing to the feel and the tempo of the night. Speaking of tempo, if you are going to dive into the loop thing, I highly recommend getting the metronome. I'm not sponsored by this company at all. I had this recommendation from our old drummer Pat O'Heaney. Tama Rhythm Watch RW105. I love this thing. When I first got the loop pedal, I thought the loop pedal was broken, then I realized my timing was bad. So I've been working quite a bit with that metronome to kind of get myself on track to be sort of seamless with the loop as much as I possibly can. Another great device to use is the Live BPM. It's a free app online, and you can keep this, if you're performing, you can keep this at a live show somewhere. I keep it on my pedal board sometimes just so I can see where my tempos are. I was pushing tempo on that one. I was close to maybe 87 on that. This one's like 85, 86. Doesn't seem like much, but sometimes when you're playing and you listen back, you realize that you were going a little bit fast. Anyway, that's it for this portion. I know it's not really diving into the song so much, but it is setting up the parts to solo over the top, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about before I actually dive into the solo for Step Right Up. The new record is on the Cautionary Tales tab on my website at deanjohannesson.com, so go check that out. You can hear the song there. Let me think of what else. I think that's it. The next session we'll do the solo a little bit, and then we'll talk about the outro. Steve Connolly does an amazing solo on the outro, and Graham Ray is the violin player on that tune. Check that out. One last note, my Squirrel Nut Zipper shirt from the show this past Saturday, I got to go see them in Tampa at Skipper's with my son. Jazz Fools opened up and did a great job. That was awesome. So, great night. Anyway, you guys take care. Stay tuned for the next video lesson, and you can go back into the last 2 to find out the chords and everything else kind of mapped out for you, and the lyrics as well. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.